Good evening, this is BelGeode and we are back with Black Desert. So, Ghita is still in the town of Shaka To, which is that oasis town that we found, and I want to do a short kind of tutorial to show you how to craft the things you need. So we got the octagonal flower, and we've also got purified water, which we're going to use to make tea. But before we actually get to the crafting, I want to show you how I found the flower. So just above the town there's this little farm, and there are these plants. They're kind of nondescript, they just look like green shrubs, and of course I'm getting weeds. Figures. Let's try this one here. Still weeds. Yeah, it would figure when I start recording, that's when I can't get any more of them. That figures. Anyway, this is what the plant looks like. It looks slightly different from some of the other plants, which I think are like nutmeg plants and stuff like that. It's located here on this farm in that particular spot. So none of the other plants in this area are going to do. Those are all different types of plants. You have to go to that one little farm area. And let me show you on the map where I am. So that is Shaka To, which is the oasis town that we got to. And this node right here is where I found the octagonal flower. Now, since it's a node, you can, of course, invest in the node and then send your workers to actually craft, or harvest, I mean. Okay, so let me show you how I made the tea real quick. It's real easy. We use the same purified water that we used before. And wait a minute, I think simple cooking, that's what I should be using. Okay. So yeah, it's a 1-to-1 ratio of purified water and octagonal flour. Ghita's got her portable kettle there. I guess that would be a cauldron, actually. And there we go. Look at that. Tea. I have no idea what that translates into. I'm assuming tea, but I'm going to call it desert tea just for the sake of argument here. So yeah, this is what you need to survive the nighttime in the desert. Because if you remember, I think it was in episode 5, I got the nighttime debuff, which is kind of like a hypothermia debuff. This tea will basically warm you up. So as long as you have those, it works similar to the purified water that we used in the last episode, where it'll completely remove the debuff, so no more 9-minute debuff there. Alright, so we've crafted about 4 of them. That should do for the time being. I'm going to try and make my way back to the bottom of the hill, and we'll see if we can get some more purified water, because I've got like a bunch of empties here. I'm just rearranging my inventory, don't mind me. So yeah, I've got a bunch of empties, and I kind of want to fill them all up with water, because you never know when that's going to come in handy. Alright, yeah, I'm going to keep my potions over here, and I'm going to put the empties down here. Organization is good for an inventory. Alright, so that's the node manager up here, and there's got to be a way to get back down to the town, which you should see down there by the oasis. It's too high. Wait, can I climb on this? Excuse me there, people. Sorry. Alright, Ghita, jump! There we go. Okay, now the real question. Can we get down here without Ghita losing her life? Can't go that way. What about this way? Yeah, it looks like there's a couple of stepped ledges. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, Ghita, drop. There we go. And we'll go this way. Oh, whoop, a little bit of rubber banding there. And I think that canopy should hold her weight. There we go. Alright, so the rest is gravy. Slight bit of health loss there, but that'll come back up. Okay, so now we're back down the bottom here. There's a couple of other areas that I had not yet explored, so as part of this little quote-unquote tutorial video, I'm going to check it out. I want to see what the player houses look like in here. Oh, wow! It's not pitch black. There's a surprise. Pretty much every house we've gone into has been pitch black. Damn. Well, that's cool. So if ever I decide I wanted to buy a house in this nifty little town of Shaka To, I know where I can come now. Although why I would want a small octagonal house is beyond me. Okay, I wanted to explore up here, because I'm pretty sure there's people I have not yet talked to. Speak of the devil, there's an alchemist over there, and I'm not quite sure if the alchemists have been activated in this game yet, because when I talk to him, nothing happens. Like, I can't buy anything from him, so I don't know what's up with that. And here's another person over here. Whoa, whoa, don't fall. Don't fall. Holy crap. Alright, what are you selling? Balgon. Selling absolutely nothing. Okay, clearly there are still some merchants that they have not yet activated, so we'll probably get an update sometime in the near future that'll give us the capability to talk to those guys. And I have a funny feeling this bridge here is the way to get back to that little farm up top. And of course I was too lazy to look for it, so decided to jump down the cliff. Alright, none of these guys can be talked to, but this looks like a lookout. Huh. I sense a Kodak moment brewing here. Yeah, this would make a great picture. Okay. Let's move the camera over this way, so that way I can get a nice shot of the oasis. And there we go. Kodak moment for the win. Okay, now I gotta recenter my camera, which is a pain in the butt. Needs to be like a default button for that. Alright, we'll climb up here and we'll keep ascending. Can't go that way. Oh, can't go this way. Okay. And what do we have up here? Yep, there's definitely people in there, and that chair looks mighty inviting. Oh, it's another Goblin King. Hey, didn't I pass like your brothers a couple of zones ago? Pretty sure I did. Ah, his name is Shaka To, hence the town's name. Okay, got it. And who are you? Sergio. Okay, clearly you are from Valencia City, because it looks like everybody from Valencia City has the last name of Sergio. Interesting. And what is over here? Ah, damn, it's a shame this ain't Skyrim. I would loot every last stitch of loot you've got on these walls. Nice collection you got there, buddy. Yeah, something tells me I may be coming back up to this little chair. Actually, you know what? For now, I think we're going to take a little sit down here. Alright, so just to recap what we've done. Octagonal flower you can find in this area. I'm going to take pictures while I do this. And when you get the octagonal flower, if you also have purified water, which you can find in just about any body of water, like a river or an oasis or a lake, you can combine the two of them using simple cooking to make a tea that will help you survive the desert at night. Whenever you get that little cold debuff, you pop the tea, and you should be good to go. And then the purified water on its own is what you need to survive the desert during the day. Alright, give me a minute, I'll be right back. And we are back. And dude, you are going to have to pull a lot harder if you want to get that guy out of the water. Put your back into it, son. Wow, well that was worth taking a picture of. Okay, so I mentioned that I wanted to get more purified water because I'm going to run out of that relatively soon. And I do want to make some more tea as well. So I'm going to take a few minutes here and have Ghita fill up the empties. And this time she's not putting her head in the water, which is good. This water's a hell of a lot cleaner than the last time that I tried doing this. So I'm going to have her fill up maybe 5 or so of these, and then I'm going to keep some empties on hand in case I need them for other stuff. Alright, so that's one. Now this is going to be a little bit time consuming, so I'm not going to subject you to that. So I'm going to cut it here in a couple of seconds, and I'll pick it up once she's done refilling all of the bottles that I would like her to refill. So hang out, don't go anywhere, and Ghita and I will be right back. Okay, so she's got all the water bottles filled up that we're going to get filled up. Now we need to make some more tea. So I'm just going to give you like a refresher here on how to make the tea. Okay, so we used... oh, wait, no, I think I've got the wrong crafting discipline. Thinning is what we need. And we use the bottles of river water. We're going to thin it. Basically, we're panning the water. And that is going to turn the river water into purified water, which we can then use to make the tea. Or we can just keep it as purified water, because as I already explained, that's what we need to survive the desert during the daytime. And hey, look who it is. Hey, Mike! Mike! Hey, Mike! Guess what day it is, Mike? I had to. I'm sorry. Mike, I got my head stuck in a rock, Mike. Help me out here. I can't hump in the rock. Alright, so we got more purified water, and we need what? One more? Yeah, there we go. One more. Okay. Now that that is done, our next task is going to be to make some tea using simple cooking. Remember, 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 octagonal flour to 1 purified water, and we are good to go. So start, Ghita. Cool beans. And that is literally all there is to it. Processing is not working as expected. Really, you don't say. Well, I'm not quitting until this thing gives me my tea, damn it. I need at least 10 of these suckers, because I don't know if I'm going to be traveling the desert at night often, but I would like to be prepared. Or at least more prepared than I have been this entire journey. Alright, so we'll let that do its thing. It should not take too long now that it's actually starting to create stuff. And I think this might make an excellent title screen here, so yeah, don't be too surprised if you see that as the title shot here for this video. And we're about halfway done. I'm only trying to make up to 10 teas. Alright, there's our title shot. Okay, we've got 9. One more should do the trick, and then I'll stop her. Processing not working as expected. Of course! It's always when I want it that it doesn't happen. Alright, there we go. We got 10 teas. That is good. Thank you so much, Ghita. And one more picture for the road, please. Pretty please. I swear, she must think I'm a perv. Which, she might be right. Maybe, possibly. Okay, what I want to do is basically wrap it up for now, because I've shown you what you need to know in case you ever want to travel the desert. So I'm going to try and see if I can make it back up to that place where that really inviting chair is. I'm going to have Ghita sleep there before we make the final push to get to Valencia City. So I think it was back up here. Well, actually I know it was back up here. So yeah, I hope you learned something. I know I certainly did. And now that we've got all the tools that we need to survive this harsh desert, it should not be a problem for us to get to Valencia and then explore the hell out of that town. Then, we've got the long journey back home after I'm done. Alright, so, here we are, and I have an idea. I just need to get her in the right position here. You know what, that might be good enough. Okay, so we want to open up the emotes. Where is it? There it is. Lay down. And let me see. I need my cursor back. There we go. Well, not exactly her best lying down job, but you could say she's just dead exhausted right now. So you know what? That's good enough for me. Ghita, you take a nap. I will say goodbye to our lovely friends. And we will catch you on the next video, which is coming up relatively soon. Alright, thanks for watching. Ciao.